Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Bam. Nevermind the Furthermore is, of course, brought to you by the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, the ongoing series of books designed to help you learn how to defend yourself safely with medieval weaponry, just in case your freedom dispenser does not work anymore. We're also made possible by Big Zombie Robots Core Rulebook and Art and Tales Volume 1, which will be getting a slight update due to a technical snafu that was sent to me in which the wrong file went out. So anybody who has it will have a essentially collector's edition. One of those runs. Now, before we do that, we have to put a double shout out to my man Joe Bachman, who caught that though it said I was broadcasting, it did not the first time. So I spent about 4 minutes doing my spiel to nothing and no one, save for Joe, who popped up in the back going, wait a second. Now, friends, Romans, countrymen, huge shout out, obviously, to Joe Bachman at Joe Bach Tech Apps. And even bigger to the ongoing battles, that is indecd.org, soon to be the place to have a foundation online where you can keep your stuff out and available. And for those who want to shop small, shop smart, shop the Independent Creator Directory. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get nailed by somebody if they ever catch my shtick, but today is not the day. Also, Amy Hale and her family incurred $30,000 of medical debt, and we want to try to help them out. So www.gofundme.com/f/love for the Hales. Now, I will be running, that is ongoing, but I have to run my stuff too. So we will multitask. There is some news, both local and systemic, that might get discussed, just because it's always interesting to hear what the big boys are doing. More interesting, though, to know what you guys are doing. So let's talk accountability. My accountability has been mostly recovery, but I have been working on Through the Thinning Veil and now trying to find the lost file because I backed up and hid my manuscript somewhere for Art Tales Volume 1. So once I find that, I will repair the typos that got launched through. And I also want to get Through the Thinning Veil out. After that, starting Thursday, a lot of my time will be tangled up in the I believe it's Hybrids the Killing Fields trade paperback, and of course the hybrid RPG that I've been talking about for the last 30, God, it feels like 30 years, last 3 years. And we will see just how ready the world is for that game. I am excited. It is well overdue and tragically not as ahead of the wave as I wanted, but we're going to get it there anyway. And from then, we will see. I have a whole lot of other irons in the fire, as you guys well know. I'm also working to get in shape, so I went for a just under 2 mile walk yesterday with my son. Yes, of course, I used a walking stick. No, it was not performed quickly, but it was done. So today will be a bit of a recovery day, at least until this evening, and then I may have to do some adventuring. A lot of artwork. I hope you guys have enjoyed the art time with Nick. I also, let me drop this banner because this banner doesn't need to go. Want to put a shout out to, that goes there. Sorry, 1 second. And that goes away for a second. There we are. To Jody McPhee. Last week, Friday, there was a bit of a discussion over the allegedly Common Sense. What was it? Common Sense and something else I had were superpowers and my alleged cryptid status. Now, I have been informing people for some time that I am indeed not a cryptid. This is something that I never thought I would have to explain. I am a red-blooded, slightly malformed human being. Nothing spooky or interesting about it. But there seems to be a devoted group out trying to prove that somehow I am a cryptid. And my response no longer is trying to defend myself all that much because I realize you guys won't allow it. Therefore, I posed the question to you last week, and I pose it again. If I am indeed a cryptid, according to you fine folks, what kind of cryptid am I? Now, I have received one response. Two technically. I've had a couple people slip a one-word response. Well, you are a blank. But I got an elaborate and fascinating response from Jody McPhee. So when I go through the comments, and I'm sure he's in the door, I don't know if we'll talk about it or not, but I do want to compliment him publicly on some very creative writing. And I think Joe gets undersold because of the genres he chooses. There is a lot more to that man than meets the eye. Now, is he a transformer? I don't think so, but it wouldn't surprise me. That all being said, caught Michaela's motivational Monday stuff. It was a nice bit of motivation. And because I was asked by someone about my philosophy and, where does most of this come from? I have shared the complete text of The Desiderata by Max Roman, which is the fundamental document in my philosophy. Now, obviously, my faith is slightly different in that I am a Christian, but my philosophy, in the part that it involves me dealing with individuals, can mostly be summed up by that document, and I find myself referring to it simple wisdom frequently. Now, all that being said, I will be doing a lot of selling post Thursday when we launch on Nerd Bacon at 9 a.m. I don't normally press that show. I normally just say, please like, share, and subscribe to this show. But over on Luke Stone Studios, this is going to be a big one, and it may be a substantial chance to cross the streams and expand my Venn diagram of great people who need to know other great people. So Luke Stone Studios, the YouTube channel, is where it will be. Nerd Bacon is the show. Thursday at 9 a.m. is the start. And then we shall see. So I want to drum up a little bit of that so-called hype because Luke has poured his heart and soul into that. book, and Hybrids is an amazing universe, and I've waited a long time to see what's going to come out of the RPG. So I have other RPG news that will be coming, but that can come a bit later. I have a little bit of the hiccups. As you can see, I am feeling much better. Getting a few things done. I'm having a little bit of nerve problems, so my art's a little shaky right now, but we're getting there again. And I want to move forward both in my convention prep, even though I have not heard back from the folks running Region Con, so I'm a little nervous. I want to see. I like the feeling that I am making plans and doing things, and from those plans, great things could be born. We just have to see. I also have to get a hold of Joe Dog McKeel and ask him some questions about HalloCon. But that's my business thus far. In the news, I just want to inform no one that, to the best of my knowledge, no one was harmed in the shooting in Fowler. Real world news, a gentleman was pulled over on 52 and likely for speeding just by where it is, and proceeded to open fire through his back window. The Benton County officer was unharmed. Their individual took off and was then in a car wreck, and he's in the hospital. Other than that, because I'm sorry, I don't feel much sympathy for those who make incredibly foolish choices to not have to deal with the ramifications of them, no one else was harmed. As it was someone coming down from simply, for whatever reason, from Hammond, I don't think it should shine poorly on the community. And as it seems like no one was hurt, I commend the officer involved. Now, beyond that, I'm watching the news, guys. I'm watching the news on a lot of things because many of the major companies have been expanding and trying to do different things. And what they are finding is that they cannot pivot nearly as well as us independent creators. So I would like to see you guys keep creating, because right now it seems like the world's full of huge competition. How can you create with these giant corporations all around us? Well, I'm going to tell you, they're taking some stumbles right now. Some of it's lasting damage from 2020, which frankly profited a great many of us. A lot of it is simple failure to adapt. But while they're stumbling, and I mean, look at it, some of the biggest IPs that are coming out right now are things like Vox Machina, which was literally based originally on a YouTube stream. Yes, they were professional voice actors. Yes, Matt Mercer is an accomplished DM and presenter. However, it's still very off the traditional line of IP acquisition. So, folks, write your stories. You never know who will come and pick them up. Things are changing. And I think it's almost a perfect pushback to the AI issues. So I really like that there's a good chance for us to get out there and do stuff. And I say that as a positivity. Spring is coming. We are very much in a false spring right now, where we're getting a bit of 50s that feels so good. And I intend to enjoy them before we end up back in the ice box and the slush box and whatever else Mother Nature does to us. But, excuse me, I have to run this. For example, and quite tragically, I have authority that Disney is doing major cuts because they have lost a lot of money, and subscriptions to Disney Plus are down. it's almost like not airing the content people want to see, e.g., The Mandalorian, things like that, affects the cuts, and luxury costs are much less appealing during tax season when people are looking at the I'm going to have to mute this, at what's going on. So we have to make sure our stuff is high quality. Okay, there we go. The last one was from Andy, and that mattered. But keep producing. So let's keep building each other up, because what I am seeing is a pattern, guys. And I see this in a lot. A lot of people will complain and whine about the situations that are going on. And I understand there's unpleasantness, and sometimes it feels a lot. But those aren't the people who succeed. Those who succeed look for opportunities, they look for new angles, and they build. And they build with respect and patience, long game. So I believe in each and every one of you on this chat. You guys are amazing folks, and that's anything I can do to help do the Rising Tide. So I'm going to run an ad for Joe, first off, because he completely bailed me out. And oh wait, no, I probably shouldn't. I'm not going to run Joe's ad because skipping ahead just a little bit. Beyond the Code and Burning His Love is off the air for the next month or so. So I'm not going to push it so people aren't giving him flack. When he comes back, we'll do a big unveil. So let's run an ad, and then I will get into the comments. But whose ad shall I open the door with today? Oh, you know what? I'll open with Amy Hale. She's going through it. That's Amy Hale, who I will remind you again has a GoFundMe going on right now for her expenses. And I want just to keep her in your thoughts quite a bit. Now, let's hit the comments, because I've been proud. I try to keep my intro prattle for about 15, 18 minutes. Let's see. Joe Bachman was first through the door. Good morning, folks. It's time to get back to the grind after the weekend. Yeah, folks, but we got it. We can do this. I have faith. Accountability. Purchase new hosting for indecd.org that should allow me to expand the way I'm hoping to. Once transition is complete, I will be getting caught up on profile creations. Excuse me. And the earlier notice. Behind the Code and Burning Is Love will be off the air for the next month or so. I'll instead be doing a LARP of Frogger on 8094 at night. That means Joe's going midnights, and he's going to be doing construction. God bless you, Joe. Keep you safe. Rich is stuck in a meeting for rollout. Might not make it. Didn't chat today. Thus, he got to chat a little bit, and we love you, Rich. When you have something up, we can get a commercial for it and get it rolling. Hey, Joe and Rich, hoping to catch you too before you get off to work. Technically already at work, but what's up? Just want to say good morning, and good morning, Carl. You know what? With Carl coming through the door, and he has a creepy ad. I do love a good creepy ad. So let's just put a chill down your spine, eh? Yeah, that is just, it's an amazing book, an amazing ad. Morning, Carl and Joe, and all the others who may be missing ones. There's something in the meeting to pay attention to. Good morning. Maybe figure out how to save that GIF that you created and use on Dawn, Carl. That I plan to use that when the contractor asks for more money on the project. Glorious. I spent nearly 20 minutes preparing a video for contents, only to get notice that it had to be in video in vertical format. Sorry, I can't do that easily. It was a dumb contest anyway. Ha! Joe, I can mail it for you. There will eventually be a group of Grumpy Carl GIFs, all major emotions represented in grumpy manner. That sounds like something that should be done as a Google Doc. Perhaps this afternoon I will tempt Aunt Donna back in the studio and redo the voiceover for her book ad. That would be great. I plan to run that. Hey there, Michaela. Anyway, saw your morning show today. Well done. Michaela's in the barn. No, back home getting ready for the day job. Any loose horses? Oh, good. No loose horses. All are in the pastures where they belong. That's right. All the paddocks are secure. And friends, we're ready for the next next tour of Horse Ass Kick Park. Never mind the storm. I'm sure nothing will happen. And you did a morning motivation on YouTube, which everyone might want to watch after the show. And I'm going to skip that next comment, Carl. Nice try. Today, when I get home, more training for Onyx, more episodes for Vela. Oh, did I mention another episode will drop tomorrow? You mean Michaela's teasing people? Oh, figured it was the training. Good morning, Michaela. Sounds like you're having a busy morning so far. Yep, it's a busy morning, but when you get up early, more is possible. Hey, Jody, Michaela, and Witzman dude. Hey, Donna. Well, you know what? Let's run that for her. Since Donna's coming through, let's run Donna's ad too. It's right here.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Did you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series? Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime-telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except to Dixie with his country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
Yep, that is a really neat little world she's built, and I can't wait to see more of it. But tonight, update another, and there she is, my Valentine. Yeah, folks, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so we need to be ready for it. Okie dokie. Hey, Donna. Okay, that's tomorrow, but still, yes, I will not be streaming on Valentine's Day. Because, hey, I don't have anything scheduled. Tuesdays are very much one of my days off. I have to have them. And hi, guys. Valentine's Day is not a day to mess around with. Morning, all. Good morning, Kelly. Kelly Carlisle is the author of... Did the movie not work? I gotta double check to see if I have another version of this. But till then, The Rembrandt Stratagem, which is my current guilty pleasure book. I get to read it when I get a chance, which is rare. But it is incredibly compelling. So please, just buy a copy of this for yourself. And we'll go back here. And we will go... Hang it. Has some comment dumps. There we go. Yeah, I get up and basically get dressed and head to work. I'm far from a morning person. Some days I am. Some days I get up and I feel good and I feel motivated. But my problem is I have to get up, take a medicine, not eat or drink for an hour. And that throws my mojo off a bit. Because then I can take the rest of my meds. But it means I have to get up even earlier than I would and just sort of sit there because it does hit kind of hefty. Hey, Kelly. Morning, Kelly. But I prefer to be an evening guy. Hey, Kelly. Gee, I share of the Vela story and I get another episode. Can I share it every day? I used to be a morning person when I worked. Now, not so much. Well, it's been proven that people with ADD have a different sleep, a natural circadian rhythm. It's part of the system, and it's fascinating. Folks should look it up. Now, I find, and we'll go into this because I think it's a good point. In the morning, I am more motivated to do tasks, clean, fix things, prep stuff. In the evening, I'm much more creative, especially late at night, in what I call the Denny's hours, because it's the only thing that's open. That's when my best creativity happens. I prefer to sleep in the afternoon. Take a nap early morning, take a nap in the afternoon, split your sleep, which is very, very comfortable for me, but harder to manage. Accountability. Discovered how to make GIFs. So I did not write a single thing over the weekend. That's okay. It happens. Does anyone know the current amount on Amy Hale's GoFundMe page? I can't get on the site due to problems with my laptop. And it says 2520, so 2,520 on GoFundMe plus whatever else people have sent. And Dawn says, morning, everyone. Good morning, Dawn. Right now, I don't have anything to promote Dawn properly. So I'll just... This is my rendition of Dawn's cats. That's Georgette and Buddy. And yes, I will always say her name like that, because look at that sass. That's what I have to promote for her, because she's busy promoting other people. So we're going to get there. Now, let's get back up to the... lots of comments. I'm glad to see everyone so spicy today. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Greetings, greetings. I'm honored that the GIF is mine. Haha, more on my way. I'm uploading my consciousness to the cloud, one grumpy emotion at a time. That's not illogical. Once I've gone from the earth, Donna could run a whole green room with me and GIFs. I wonder if we could run an entire green room on GIFs. As Aunt Donna says, don't give him any ideas. It is my lot in life to give. Oh my gosh! Dawn, are you a muse? Is that your jam? Are you like Selma Hayek in Well, we know you're not like Selma Hayek in Dogma on a few key points, but anyway, moving on, because this is hold on, not the green room. Somebody needs to write up a wiki of the lore of this show. I think that would be funny. Anyway, thank you, Calvin, for sneezing all over the window. Can't even tell which stray cat is eating out of the bowls. Grumpy Carl NFTs. Shakes head and gets out. Morning cigar. Nope. rich could be. Thanks for the update, Carl. An NFT of one GIF, one joke, only for the NFT owner. No problem, Carl. Maybe make a GIF of me. Dang it, Carl, you're dead. LOL, Donna. Carl used to be a lot more fun when he was alive. Good morning, Grant. Yes, and since Grant's here, I will throw his ad up. I'm feeling very ad generous today for the folks who are coming through and doing what they need to do. I just have to figure out where I stuck it.
Hazel always knew there was something special about her cat Mooney, but she's still shocked when Mooney opens his mouth to tell her he's just had a vision. An ancient evil has awoken after centuries of sleep, and only one man can stop it, the legendary warrior Beowulf. Unfortunately, it's been over 1,000 years since he slayed a dragon, and he's been reincarnated as this guy. His name is Victor, and he's more unemployed millennial slacker than mighty warrior.
I just want to point out that Victor, the main character, allegedly, of Beowulf, could have really made his life easier by simply reading The Simple Sword and used the system to get back in shape to his previous incarnation's glory. There had, a little bit of research goes a long way, Vic. And if you think, even if you think dragons might be coming, you should always do some research. And yes, I may eventually take my video series on how to fight the assorted supernatural things and turn it into a book. But thank you. No, Beowulf's a great title. I love supporting Grant's projects. Hey, Grant, we got greetings reads. Nick's voice must be much better now. Haha, yes, it is. Please don't forget to like. I know you're already subscribed because you are all cool people. And if you're not subscribed, if you're new here, welcome aboard. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from usually 10 to 11, although sometimes I can be persuaded to do more. A lot of it depends on situations, and I try not to interfere with other people's shows. Morning, Nick. Hope all is well. Oh, Joe, it is. And I will run your ad in a little bit, but I have to He got major fresh air tomorrow. Have I walked into one of those time loop paradoxes again? It wouldn't surprise me. Jody, accountability. I'm working on Primetime Saturday Night #4 while watching the show. Best way to watch this show. And holy crud, multitasking caught up with me. Fresh air yesterday, LOL. Yes, I did. I got you. So you saw pictures of our little adventure. Good on PSN4. And I'm going to run a Joe's ad. I just want to give you guys a little bit of break from ads. We have 9 people watching and 4 likes. You know who you are. Please hit the like button. I am trying to fight the good fight here. And share this. I want to get more people on so I can promote more people and rotate the ads around to the people who are doing new stuff and keep things moving. Almost finished page 23 from Saturday. Won't render it till much later. Cool to see Nick's photos with nearly matching father and son hat. Yes, we actually all 3 have roughly the same model of hat because we go on lots of walks, and out here there's so much sun. It's an interesting quirk of genetics, but I'm originally from Oregon, okay? And it's notoriously constantly overcast. unless you're going to the beach for a specific thing. And then, when you're at the beach, at least for me, I'm underwater. Direct sun and I don't always get along terribly well. And then when I was a kid, we moved up to the hills. I muted that and disconnected it from the internet. That's impressive. Anyway, we moved up to the hills of LaPorte County, and I literally spent all my time in fairly dense woods at home or in rather dark buildings at school. So again, the vast majority of my time was shrouded in darkness. That now, when I go outside, it is so bright that I have to wear a hat, and I need to find where my my yellow glasses are to help offset the blinding agony of all this daylight. But hats are necessary. I said to top of the morning to Angie, and she asked if I was having flashbacks to when she lived in England. Aw, Grant, that's cute, though. I am working on a short story about a particular cryptid, just saying. She said no. Hi, Dawn. Okay, we got greetings. Hello, Grant. I could just picture her saying that. Was there good conversation to be had on the walk? I kind of miss father-son chats. Can't do them now since he almost died. He died almost 2 decades ago. Because my son is both autistic and a teenager, and he was rather traumatized by some of his school experiences. Getting conversations. I did a lot more talking. I would have loved to do a lot more listening, but we work here for what we can get. The teachers taught him not to read out loud. The teachers taught him not to smile too much. And yeah. But when I get something out of him, it's a big deal. He's my world. I'm sorry about your dad being gone for nearly 2 decades. As a dad, I'm sure he's, looking down from the pearly gates, and he's got to be so proud of who you are, Joe, because you don't take crud from anybody, and you chase your dreams. And I think that's what most fathers want for their kids. Morning, Grant. I asked Angie if you would get your butt kicked for saying top of the morning to an Irish person, and she said no, but they would look at you funny. Hey, Frog. Oh, Frog came in? I didn't even see Frog. Did I miss a comment from Frog? I guess I did. Well, that's interesting. Morning, Frog. Why did I see Frog's comment? We're having some technical difficulties here. Does not surprise me. I know Frog G's one of the coolest people on the planet. Anyhow, we'll deal with that. Shots fired in Nick's area. I wondered if it was for someone from Danville, Hammond, you say? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Long game should be the focus of most business plans. And that's what I'm finding. I need to get through some of my work. I think I've been a little too scattergun. I need to dial in and focus on a few of my specific projects before wandering, because we'll talk about that. Let me get through some of this chat, and then we're going to talk about it. Accountability, still feeling a little rough from Saturday's fun, so taking it easy a bit. Prepping for QuadCon shenanigans with BKM and Michaela this coming weekend. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Did we wear you out, Dawn? You need energy for QuadCon. Back at the Cereal Box podcast. Good morning, Multiverse. Hey there, friends and foes. That must be John B. Pica. Hey, John. Hey, Mr. Pica. Hey, John. I have missed a lot of good morning, so I missed hello. Okay. As the flower count goes, I finished Beowulf number 5 last week. Awesome. First time been able to tune in since October. I know it's been quite a while, but you've been so busy with your network, building that up, that you keep everybody just hopping and popping. I swear, I hope Willow gets a chance to breathe. Hey, Grant, Carl, it was a combo of Green Room and Global Fest. That's right, you did Global Fest. Hey, Grant, time for the Kickstarter. It's been a long time, John. Got that? Beowulf. At the hot folks need to get ready for a meeting coming up shortly. You all be good. And if you can't be good at it. See you in about a month. Bye, Joe. Our heart will go on without you. Anyway. Hey, John. Now, before I go any further, I need to run. I put off running Jody McPhee's ad, and I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to run his ad real quick.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Yep, it shows an amazing presenter with an amazing show. Let's see. Glenn, my friend, my brother from across the pond. Can't wait to hear what you have to say about is it Marvel or DC? One of them is resurrecting a canceled Kirby title, Spirit World. Should be interesting to see. Crazy to think I'm going to be working on the last issue of Beowulf soon. Ooh, folks. You know what that means. My 3 favorite letters in comics. TPB. Trade paperback. Can't wait. Oh, my kids. Thank you, Nick. Love that. Yeah, well, I want to do something nice for you, and I can't do anything monetarily. So I'll do something nice to make you feel good. Hey, Glenn Fleming. Hey, Donna Carly. Yeah, the love is in the room. All sorts of great people are back. And I saw some stuff for you in your messenger. I saw that. Now, the reason it's not going up for this show, and I will tell this to anyone who submits me stuff, my internet is always fragile. And to be able to ensure that this stream works well, I actually have to turn off every other device in my house usually, and hope that it's not too windy to keep everything going. So I don't do a lot of uploading or downloading while I am actively running this program. However, a lot of good stuff will be coming around. And I saw the images. They look amazing. I may do some other things with that because that book is too good not to be in everyone's hands. I mean everyone. So accountability. Fiddling with the short surrounding characters and situations of the fire. Been word doodling about a cryptid tide master. Ooh. It will be fascinating. This is really turning out to be a bit of a thing. having me on your show boosted me in some sales. And it really is a privilege to be of service. And I love seeing people who come on the show get a bump, make some more money, get more eyes on their stuff, because very, very creative people need support. And I sometimes don't have the right mojo to be as creative as I want to be, just to not being together. But I usually have the mojo to promote. 1 second. Had to make that kind of strong as part of recovery. And I'm eating a lot more like stuff I have to eat to feel better. It's not fun. But anyway, no. Building people up is what I do. That's what I'm about. All I want to do is boost people up. And there are so many people out there right now. And I want to warn you guys, I want to talk about this. I was going to talk about it earlier. I've had a few people message me, come on your show. And these are not people any of you guys know. But what I've noticed is a pattern that there are a lot of people out there trying to make networks. And what I notice is whatever happens, one person profits. So they make a network. Oh yeah, I'll get you a bunch of shows, and you make it more views, but it also streams on their show. So they're able to monetize and get bigger. And it starts to feel like a pyramid scheme. And I don't like that. And this is not everyone in any way, shape, or form. But it does feel like there's a lot of avaricious desire in the YouTube field around creators. We have systems where people are kind of setting up like carnival barkers, and we have systems where people are actively preying on other people, using them to create content for free and not reimbursing. I've seen people use other people's IP and make merch simply because they appeared on the show. It's problematic, so you have to be careful. And that's a big part of why I don't do that. I am not currently charging for my ad space. I will gladly accept. Oh, I am now live. 45 minutes in, I get a notice that I am live. Thank you, odd notice. But I want to build people up, and I want to see you guys succeed, because it's not about me. Now, if you want to like this video, please do. If you want to share this video, please do. But I'm never going to be like, oh, here, I'm going to expand this to a network and put you and run your show through my network. And no, I'm not part of that. I have no problem with the people who are doing it fairly, and they're using it to build others up. Sometimes it's very impressive, but sometimes it's also very predatory. And I want everyone built up and empowered. And one of my fail-safes against how do I want to put this? Fail-safes against even the chance of my own ego is by doing the absolute opposite of what they call triangulation. There are a lot of people who will come into your life, and they will try to get you to work on projects, but only through them. I know somebody you got to come talk to. They don't promote direct conversation because they don't ever want to be out of the link. It is my goal to always make what I consider donut-shaped webs of connection. Because if I'm making it, I'm in the middle, but I also want it to function completely well should I either have to drop out or get brained by a bus or get sick or something. Because it should be about you guys interacting. That's why I'm proud to support folks like the IndieCD. .org, what Joe Bachman's doing over there, because if you talk to him, you see how he's charging and what he's doing. It's not about building himself up. It's about providing a place where you can make sure you have a fallback where you're not deplatformed, and where if you're looking to shop small, because I say that all the time, guys. I tell you, shop small. Valentine's Day is coming up. You have the choice to go to a big box store, buy some big box item custom made for Valentine's Day that may be of dubious quality, imported from China or whatever, or you could reach out to an Etsy person, or you could make it yourself, or you could go to a small local business. Shop small. Okay? Because they need it. People on my list, when I'm putting out books, they're not living like the grand life, driving Lamborghinis and eating turtle soup or whatever. They're trying to make it. And instead of simply giving up their dreams, this bunch of blessed lunatics, myself included, are out here trying to build something better with the world stacked against it. The only hope that exists for such wonderful people is grassroots marketing, which is what we do, what Dawn is all about, and customer buying power. I'm a lot more business trained than some people in certain ways, certainly in theory. And that's why I'm like, you guys have the power. Look what happened. Hasbro's a multi-billion-dollar industry company. Got completely derailed by the customer base simply telling them no. Meanwhile, Paizo, the little guys who could, are going through the roof. Why? Because they went, we'll go here. As customers, we get to decide pricing. We get to decide whether or not a product succeeds simply by buying it and talking about it. That makes us powerful. And as creators, we create independent IPs. Whether it's fiction or nonfiction, everything we create is our intellectual property. And most of us are trying to market that. That is heroic. Never doubt that. And what we're doing is not unchallenging, but you're doing it. And I'm incredibly proud of all the people in this chat right now who are building groups and building each other and building themselves up. Betterment through work and creativity and kindness and compassion. This is what the Rising Tide is about. And this is what I'm about supporting. And if you're ever talking to folks who, aren't about that, decide are they worth dealing with. Now, maybe you have a contractual obligation. Then you fulfill it. Maybe you decide the juice is worth the squeeze. You're getting paid enough. Lord knows I've worked enough jobs. Quick second. Oh, sorry. Yawn got caught. Where I was wondering, is it worth it? And it's like, I need the money, and right now I'm stuck. So you do the job while you're looking. But I believe in you guys, and I will promote, because I promote people who try. I promote people who talk. I promote people who interact, who are there, who are doing what they can. Once in a while, you'll see me interrupt somebody who never shows up because they can't because of their work schedule, which means if I know them well enough, I can go, yeah, this isn't slacking or link dumping. This is somebody who's out doing something else they have to do, and I can help them, and they may never even realize it, and I'm fine with that. So thank you for that rant. But be careful, guys. Let's be careful out there is always a good policy. Thanks for running mine. It really is a pleasure, Grant. It's a great IP. Finally completing the final unique perk of the Hatch campaign. As Andy Williams once sang, we're almost there. Cool. Good morning. Good morning, Blue Teddy Narrations. And apologies to Glenn because he was multitasking poorly. As far as health accountability goes, I've been slacking a little at the gym, but it's been a rough couple of weeks. Well, sometimes rest is required, and you have to deal with emotional stuff. You always have to get your mental state fixed. Everything comes from the mind. We got Hey Blue, how do you do? We got comment dump, so let's deal with that. Oh, okay. My favorite kind of comment dump came through the door, or one of them. The last issue of Beowulf. Yep. It would be cool if Mooney could help other characters in other comments. Hint, hint, hint. And we're joined by Justin Sweet, Chrome Dog, which is now funding on Indiegogo. Hello, Justin. Be sure to throw your link in the chat. I think you have a wrench. If it won't let you, let me know, and I'll higgity-piggity get it going. But hey, Blue Teddy, issue 6 was the last issue of the story. I'm sure there will be other storylines. Excellent. Hey, Blue Teddy. Everybody's green Blue Teddy. Everybody loves. Hey, Agent Zero. Have a great day, Michaela. Yeah, she's off to the day job. See y'all later. Keep your stick on the ice, Michaela. Bye. Everybody's waving. Waves at Michaela's back. Not the green room. I'm behaving, sort of. Seems like to be a sunspot hitting a lot of folks' multitasking abilities today. I think so. Maybe that's it. I heard a chunk of the sun broke. That was not something I wanted to read. The sun broke. Okay. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, that's so far. The sun is basically a cosmic Lovecraftian entity I have to deal with to stay alive. Good morning, Cindy Koepp. I've been prattling for a while, and you're about to do a bunch of stuff, so let me run your ad. And no, I'm not off topic because I did have to pop this up. My friend who, for obvious reasons, I can't discuss in detail, but they do work for Disney, and they are luckily right now dodging some of the employee costs, but cuts. So, praying for them. But Cindy Koepp is an amazing creative person doing books and teacher resources and so much. And we've got the patreon.com/the Historical Fencing Guild to help Nick's efforts to empower people. Yep, I could really use it right now because I'm at that point where I'm having to do small investments to get things necessary to keep going, like these sweet babies. Finally, a low-cost, light, easy-to-use rapier simulator that I can train people with. And low cost means these are still coming in at over $50 a unit. But I need to be able to buy these so that I can teach people the basics of sword fighting. So that's what I use the guild money for, amongst other things. Of course, you'll want Nick's books at Amazon.com/Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert. Thank you. And the Historical Fencing Guild runs every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And yes, you can find my art. Over 1,000 pieces from over 20 years of me dabbling and drawing on deviantart.com/NickT. Go get your own neuroses and the rest of Amy's book. I have run an ad for that. Amazon reviews made less impossible from Brian K. Morris, as is his Batman page. Now you can find Brian K. Morris on both Lulu and Amazon. Not driving Lamborghinis. Speak for yourself. Well, Glenn, you're a globe-trotting. The more I hear about your life, the more I'm not sure you're not actually James Bond. I mean, let's tally it up. Globe-trotting adventures, famous celebrities, a beautiful trophy wife. Dude, you sure you're not James Bond? I haven't seen Glenn Fleming and James Bond in the same room. That's all I'm saying. More terrors at Liquid Armor. Patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Sign up for the Rising Tide's newsletter. Which is... It's here. It's just hiding from me. Anyway, it's hiding. It is... here we go. Support Rising Tide. Support BKM, Risingtide.pub. And it zapped my comments, and I comment them. So what? Okay, there we go. And we've got bearpublications.com, where you can get amazing sci-fi, and bit.ly/bearpub, where you can get Animal Eye merch. Hobson Zat has a comic book related channel. Animal Eye's artist, Royal Cruz, does other stuff. He has an art station where you can see his art, and a subscribe star where you can order custom art. Both of them are relatives / Royal Cruz. And Royal Cruz art on Subscribe Star. And Advice for Caregivers, Victoria Adams' book. And Cursed Cocktails was renamed to avoid confusion with another series. Now the cover has twice the cats. Oh, I still have a bit of junk rattling around. That was funny. You can get Heroic Trolls from the same place. That's Amazon.com/SL Roland. Con Comic and Toy Show / Cool Stuff for geeky fun in the Midwest. Peoria Comic and Toy Show, February 18th and 19th, Northwoods Mall. Go there, I think, where you'll find Brian. Tweaked Fairy Tales and Monster Stories, YoldRagonBooks.com/The Dragons. The sun, what now? You know what? Above my pay grade. Not even going to worry about it. That's what I said. Apparently, a piece of the sun broke off and then broke and is spinning around the sun's North Pole. Denver Martinez does his own Animal Eye colors, and his art can be found at the Radar 05. Over on DeviantArt. Magic and Tales in the Decoverse, that's John Pica stuff. I mean, he was around here. I hope he still is. Nerd Culture. Amazons wrestle with small publisher desks. That's user /SibVolts YouTube. That's Joe D. McVie. Warriors everywhere. Ah! Michaela Jade. Glenn Fleming says, if I told you that, I'd have to deal with you. Ba-na, ba, ba-na, ba, ba-na, ba-na, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. I'm going to find an Ames lettering guide, like taped to my wall, with a note that says, could have been a lot worse. And I'll know who it's from. Sadly, my break ran out before the links did, or maybe I need to start backwards sometime. Starting Art 76 for vintage cartooniness. Get dragons and books and other cool stuff. CKOEPP.com. The weather must be getting ready to shift because I'm suddenly yawning real bad. I'm not tired. Then sign up for my newsletter and then go to patreon.com and get a suitable arrangement. Have fun storming the castle. QuadCon will have Michaela. Kitties are bothering me instead of Carl. That's sludge, folks. See you on Wednesday. Laters. You know what? I've caught up with you guys. I want to encourage you guys, though. Seriously. Write up stuff. keep creating because you really need to. The stories need to be told. Don't be I want to be a writer. Be a writer. Be an author. Chase your dreams. You may find out that it wasn't what you wanted and you need to go do something else, but it's far better than regretting. Trust me. My cue. Everyone have a great day. Yep, everyone have a great day. If you can handle spicy content over on the what is it? The Indie Comics Network. You can watch Nita and Daphne getting into whatever mischief they're getting into. At least you know the threatening letter. At least you know the threatening letter will be well lettered. Indeed, Blue Teddy. Speaking of, I do have a commercial or two I should run, and I thought I saw Frog go by, so I'm going to run Frog's.
We've all read the story. The brave hero conquers the diabolical villain and rescues the damsel in distress. But this is real life, and in real life, stories don't always have happy endings. Frog G, the story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a mission to kill a god by death itself. Now our hero must roam the underworld to regain his humanity and win back the woman he loves.
Yeah, Frog G does amazing stuff, and he's promoted a lot of people here. So I wanted to be sure to get his stuff out. And one more I want to do, because my friend Kat Rothamel is an incredible art teacher and artist and just a great person. So I want to run her ad because I miss her.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothamel. But otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Things like that let me know I'm just doing some good out here, and that's what I'm about. So, folks, all that being said, I will see you all Wednesday for another episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe, and check out the Art Time with Nick, because usually on Saturdays, I do a live stream where I do the artwork for all the thumbnails that I do, and I usually do a few custom pieces that I post up in a lovely little playlist for the art time lapses, because it's very fun to just watch the picture kind of draw itself. That being said, guys, I will see you Wednesday. Keep creating, because as long as you create, you can fix it, you can improve it, you can do more, but you can't edit a blank page.